Are you interested in Santa Claus bringing you gifts all year long? Surprised? Yeah, it's possible. Hello, welcome to Wordnet. I'm Father Sony Sebastian, and today I'm so happy to introduce someone who is very energetic and bubbly, Karen DiCarlo, the Executive Director of Santa Claus Inc. San Bernardino.
Hello.
Karen, welcome to Wordnet.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thanks for your readiness, willingness to come and share your passion and everything that you do through Santa Claus Inc. And of course, I'm going to get all those information and all that you do from you. But before that, tell me about you. Who is this Karen sitting in front of me?
Wow, that's a hard question to answer. Who am I? I'm a mom, a grandma.
Grandma.
Yes.
Of 10 grandchildren.
10, yes. 3 children. I've been married 54 years. I'm still trying to make it to Italy. My husband keeps saying we'll go at our next anniversary. I'm still hoping.
You make sure that you go to that fountain and throw the coin so that you'll go back again.
I want to.
The Trevi Fountain.
Yes, I love what I do. I've been at Santa Claus for probably 37, 38 years. First ever executive director and still the only full-time employee. But I'm surrounded by wonderful, wonderful volunteers. And I can't think of anything else that I would ever want to do with my life. And this is just, it's my passion.
You know, Karen, you beautifully said, I love what you do, and what is exactly that you're doing with Santa Claus Inc.? Share with us and with our audience, about Santa Claus Inc. And, you said you have been there you're the only one probably there for such a long time, and the first and the continuing executive director as well. So tell us, what is Santa Claus Inc. and what it is doing, what it's trying to do in our city in San Bernardino, and I'm sure you are also involved in Riverside as well as in other places as well.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, please share with us.
In a nutshell, we started as a Christmas distribution program in '52. We became 1952, founded by a Jewish lady, Mignon Schweitzer. We became, as we really started to recognize the needs in the communities were much more than Christmas. We decided to become a year-round charity. So in 2012, we served 18,000 children with Christmas gifts. And last year we served 200,000 children year-round with essential needs. We do everything for the children. We help them with anything that they need, except we don't have the facilities to do food. But so they have to look to other organizations for that. But we try to make sure that children have the clothing and the shoes and the hygiene items and all the things that they need, school supplies. We do work. Our outreach is huge. We work as far as Barstow in the high desert. We work with 47 school districts, Riverside County schools, all the way up to Ontario, Montclair, and to the border, the Mexican border. So
that means Mexican border towards the desert.
Yes.
Not to Calexico.
Yes.
Oh, you went to Calexico?
Mecca.
Mecca. Yeah. So that's too there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So our reach is far. We have help with deliveries. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, they go out to those areas, those real outlying areas, needles. And so they will transport goods for us. But normally organizations pick up from our warehouse.
Karen, when you say Santa Claus, normally, what comes to our mind is Christmas and Christmas-related stuff.
Yes.
Even during Christmas season, most of the children, they of course ask for things and they want things. What they want, we normally leave it at the Christmas tree and we say that Santa Claus came and brought it.
Yes.
Most of the times, these are toys and a few.
Yes.
But why do you have this title as Santa Claus for a charity that you are?
It's a real easy answer. That's what the organization was named in 1952. And it's very, very difficult. We're 70 years old now. It's very difficult to change the name of an organization that's so well known. So our year-round services are called YES, Youth Enrichment Services. So it's just YES.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'm going to get into that,
Yeah.
and especially I would like to get more information about this program called the YES.
Yeah.
But
to change a
yeah.
name and to try to do that rebranding is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
It's like starting
But
from square
my
one.
question is, I like it. It's kind of intrigues.
I don't.
In a way, I like it because that's the reason I mentioned in my teaser that when you said Santa Claus, it is specific to a season or specific to Christmas, the celebration. But the fact that Santa Claus Inc., you're bringing gifts, you're bringing joy, you're bringing a time of happiness to a lot of children, as I understand.
Yeah.
So that way, Santa Claus is not just that individual Santa Claus. Here, Santa Claus is a organization and a program
Yes.
that brings joy. So that's how I understand. But that's the
Yeah.
reason I asked you. Have you ever, whether people misunderstand this?
I think that since we developed the YES program, that's been our greatest tool to be able to apply for grant monies because, to be honest with you, a Christmas organization has a very narrow scope of funding that they can apply for. Once we opened up the year-round aspect, then it opened us up to funding from almost any major funder. I wish any, but
I know
many
you
more.
have, and in your information that that you gave us, you have a long list of organizations that are supporting you. I don't want to read all of that. It's a long one.
Yeah.
And that is again something that I would like to listen. But before that, what led you to this program? You said even as a teenager you already started working with, and then you continue to work as a volunteer, now as its sole staff.
Yeah.
What is that driving you?
Well, I was involved in National Charity League with my daughters, and Santa Claus Inc. was one of our projects for philanthropy. And we used to make layettes and do things for Santa Claus, and I would take them to the warehouse, and I was very impressed. And they were looking for a fundraising chairman, and I volunteered to do that. So that was my first introduction, was raising the money for the organization, doing a big Christmas tree lane event at the National Orange Show. I did that for 3 or 4 years, and then I became president and was president for 10 years. And all the time as a volunteer, and always just loving it. I just loved it. Because we did so much good. And the people that I work with are extraordinary. You can't find better people than those that have a heart for giving to others.
I know, yeah.
So there's everything to love about it. Everything.
Great. Now, Karen, who are you said this year alone you were able to, cater to 200,000 children. How do you find those beneficiaries, and is there a criteria, or how do you find them?
Through the school districts, through other organizations. We also serve the young military families. We're increasing that footprint because our young military don't make much money. So we're able to work with Camp Pendleton and Irwin and 29 Palms and March.
March Air Force.
And the schools bring a lot of children. We do a lot of special referrals. We'll do one child in a family, 3 kids in a family, or it doesn't matter to us. We do a lot of one-on-one referrals. I think that's a special sweet spot for some of our volunteers. They're out there. Now that we're working harder, we're working more in the high desert areas, extreme poverty out there, and there's a lot more poverty in Riverside County than people realize. So the poverty is there, and there's a lot of families that are really struggling.
Especially now with the kind of economy that we have, the value of let's say money changing, the gas price going so
Everything.
high. So also with groceries, for that matter, food has become expensive, which I thought, I'm here in this country I think 21 years or so, and this is the first time I'm finding food so expensive.
It's crazy.
I used to brag that US has food so available, it's cheap. Not that cheap food, but good food at a cheap price. And that used to be one of the benefits and a blessing, but now it has changed. And I'm sure because of that, the families are struggling.
Yes, they are. I do have to tell you about a referral that we got. I told Sister Jean, she is a mom living in Desert Hot Springs. She reached out to me. She was $96 short on her rent.
Wow.
Her landlord was trying to charge her $200 extra. She has no car, 3 autistic children, homeschooling, no food in the house. We took 2 truckloads of anything and everything they could ever wish for, and we brought them up to date on their rent. And I have received phone calls from her, emails, and I got the most beautiful thank you from her, and that's what makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
When we are into this kind of philanthropic kind of activities and work, what makes us do it and go ahead is that smile.
Absolutely.
That smile we see on the face of those people. I think there is more telling and more. It's a better payment than anything else.
It is. It is.
Now, Karen, you are of course providing these materials, but do you also have any kind of counseling or psychological kind of assistance that you provide for the family? No.
We don't. We know where to send people. We can
but you have
refer them
referrals
out.
for those things.
We can refer them out, but we don't do that. We don't have that service. There are many services that I would love to add, but we're kind of stuck in a small facility. We make it work, and we're constantly bringing in truckloads, and we're having to shuffle that and get it out and then bring in more. So we don't have the room that we really need. If I had a big warehouse, we could take on the world. We really could.
Ask Amazon.
I know.
No, I was only kidding.
I know. I would love it. I would love
and
it.
especially I see all these big warehouses in our neighborhood. So, and you're saying you cannot find a space?
Well, no, we can't. We just make it. We make do. We have seagoing containers. We have 35 of them. They're 53 footers. They're full of product. So we just keep moving it around. We work in this. We have a 6,000 square foot warehouse. The volunteers work in there, and we just make it work. We have no choice. A new building, rent on a new building would be very high, and we only pay $1 a year to the city of San Bernardino. So unless somebody wants to give me a building for $1 a year.
Well, I'm sure some people are listening to this. Who knows?
I'm telling you, we could, yeah, there's many vacant buildings, you know.
Plenty of them here
There are.
around. Yeah.
And what a wonderful use for someone to donate a building, because it's a great tax write-off, you know. But, and I've tried, but I still haven't been successful in that.
No, I think you are successful in very many other things, and to that, of course, we are going to come. I want to at least read some list of some of those names that have been supporting you so greatly. But we are going to take a short break.
Okay.
And when we come back, I want to discuss on those programs that you have, the specific programs, the Yes, and so also that Yes CI Faith program, you know, all of that details. But we're going to take a break now. So please don't go away. Karen has a lot of information that she wants to share with us. It is Santa Claus Inc. Stay with us.
Do you want to fall in love with God? I'm sure we all want to. The book of Psalms contains the directions. Thousands of years ago, people like you and me talked to God out of the depths of their hearts, revealing an intimate love. Psalms are the expression of the faith in God by people around 3,000 years ago. God was not a mere abstract creator, but was present, involved, and a real person of power and emotions. Now, when we read or listen to the Psalms, we can know the intensity of this love. Entering into the influence of the Psalms, we can find a path to know and love God. To know more about the Psalms, you should get a copy of Father Mike Manning's booklet, The Psalms. It will help you to understand the 150 Psalms better as he has categorized them. He uses the technique of acts: adoration, contrition, thanksgiving, and supplication. Get your copy today and know the categories. Learn to pray with the Psalms.
Call the number on the screen or email us. You can also get it through our website. Get your copy today.
Welcome back. We're having this beautiful discussion with Karen, who is the Executive Director of Santa Claus Inc., San Bernardino, and she has been sharing with us the activities that this movement or this organization has been doing for so many years, bringing joy to a lot of children in and around this county. Karen, you know, in the last segment you spoke about those children, those families that you are able to bring materials, stuff, you know, the families that are struggling. So also you said, of course, that name has its own kind of limitations sometimes. Name, what I mean is the title of the program, Santa Claus Inc. Because of that title, you have changed your program these days to a new name called the Yes, which I think is beautiful.
Yep.
We say yes to everything, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, we
what is
will.
that? Yes, we will, and yes, we will do.
Yes.
So what is this Yes program? Can you explain
yes
to
is
us?
that's our year-round services. That's our big program. The Christmas program is actually our smaller program. We have a number of small sub-programs under Yes. We adopt the poorest schools. We do special things for those kids. We have a warm coat drive. We do birthday bags. We work with law enforcement to help families that need to be put into motels temporarily. We have our military outreach. We're starting a new literacy program, which is really exciting because books are a big deal to us. So we do a lot of different things for
So this
families.
Yes, as it is, you know, it stands for Youth Enrichment Services,
Yes.
right? That's so beautiful. Yes.
I love it.
Youth Enrichment
Yes.
Service. So you're trying to do different kind of services to enrich this
Yes.
youth, children, and their family.
Yeah.
How many? Do you have any sites besides the one that you have here in San Bernardino?
No.
You don't have any other sites.
No. I have, however, helped others throughout the U.S. who have wanted to start an organization like ours. I've worked with them to help them to know what to do to start a 501c3 organization and the steps that they need to take. That would be a dream to be able to expand throughout, but we still have a lot of expansion we can do in our own backyard. So that's what we focus on most.
Yeah, I like this. It's yes we do, yes we will,
Yes.
and yes we can.
Yes.
And through that you're trying to bring that service to the families. Now, you were also mentioning that you are also working with the school, in and around.
Right.
How do you bring this program to the schools?
There's a number of ways. Just yesterday, no, 2 days ago, San Bernardino City Unified contacted me and said we have fifth graders going to science camp in the mountains and we need coats for the kids. And yesterday we delivered coats for all the fifth graders. Coats, scarves, hats, gloves, mittens, so they could go to science camp. So they know they can count on us.
Now my question then is, the school district, they have their own funding. So why do they want to come to you? Because you are a non-profit organization. You should be probably supplying things to other families or people rather than to the school district. Why do the school districts
They
come to you?
cannot stock everything they need for kids.
Okay, so there you go.
A school district isn't going to stock 1,000 coats. So they know they can come to us. They're not going to stock, unfortunately, they don't have the funding to stock the supplies that they need for kids, to stock the backpacks,
The books,
the
pens, the pencils,
everything,
the
everything.
eraser.
So we do that. We work with Stater Brothers and the Sheriff's Department. They have drives, coat drives and back to school drives. Geodis Trucking Company, different companies that will help us with that. So we collect all that, and then we notify the schools, and they will come in and take what they need for their kids. We can say San Bernardino City Unified needs 200 coats. So a representative will come.
sizes?
Yeah, we have them all. They're all
For both boys and girls?
Yes, boys and girls from small up to XXL. And they come in and they take what they need for the children at that time. And we're doing that right now. That's a big deal, giving kids coats. They just don't have the funding. And then other organizations, some are not as fortunate as we are, some are. And so we just have a way to help everybody.
No wonder why you were recognized many times. In 2018, you were awarded Hero of the Heartland Award by Stater Brothers. You were also awarded by Sun newspaper as the Outstanding Citizen Award in San Bernardino, right?
Yeah, at their 100th anniversary.
Yeah, at their 100th anniversary, which is, I think, a very landmark in their life.
It was exciting, yeah.
As well. And then, of course, you were later on awarded as the Social Entrepreneur of the Year at the CSUSB.
Through the School of
Through the School of
Entrepreneurship. That's a
Entrepreneurship,
big, that was the most exciting moment of my life because the competition was ridiculously difficult. And I was nominated 3 years in a row, and it was a grueling process. So, yeah, I was really excited about that.
You have been involved with this, and you have this passion, drive to go on as well as to, to continue with this. what is the faith aspect? Who gives you that push constantly? Where is God in all this?
God is,
where's your faith in this?
it's all about God. God's the one that guides me. I mean, that's, he's my father.
Do you pray?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. I do. And I'm still growing in my faith.
Yeah.
I was,
No, of course,
you know,
we are
raised
all- we are
a
all-
Presbyterian. We always went to church. That's where I met my husband when I was in the 4th grade, and raised our children in the Presbyterian faith. And as you know, it's runs pretty parallel to the Catholic faith.
Of course, that is, yeah.
And then my husband, we're entrepreneurs. We had owned businesses throughout the years that always required us to work on Sundays.
Sundays.
And I have always felt guilty. So now we don't own lodge anymore, so now I'm looking for a church home. But I know that God doesn't always answer our prayers exactly when we want them answered or exactly how we want them answered, but He does in His own time.
Yeah.
No,
This
I'm
is
so
raw.
blessed to work with many, many pastors.
Yeah.
And I have 2 in particular. One is on our board, and one is an advisor to me. And they stay in very close contact with me. One of them prayed with me yesterday. He calls me just to check. And he knows that sometimes I get discouraged.
Yeah.
And it seems like every time I feel a little discouraged, he's on the
He's
phone.
on the phone. Well, thank you, Karen.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming to Wordnet and sharing this beautiful, beautiful passion of yours with us and with also our audience.
Thank you.
And I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people who will be benefiting from this. Is there anything that you want to tell us that we did not talk about?
I think you really covered it beautifully. I just want people to know that we're there, and if they need us,
Yeah.
they can. It's pretty easy to find Santa
Yeah.
Claus,
Yeah.
and if families need to be referred to us, we're there. We're very, very quick about helping families or kids in
Thank you,
distress.
Thank you.
Thank
You so much. And I'm sure you got a lot of information as well as you enjoyed listening to Karen. As she said, it's very easy to find her and find the program. We will also have the Santa Claus Inc., the website information as well as the telephone number on the show. Please, if somebody is in need of some help, refer them to them, as well as be a supporter as well, because you can definitely bring a lot of happiness to some of those people who are struggling and be a Santa Claus. Bless you and take care.